Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video of mine. I am going to film a little bit of I guess like a reflection of my time here in the Netherlands. It's been currently 5 years and 6 months that I've been living abroad in the Netherlands, and I'm originally from South Africa. If you're new to my channel and you don't know, but I'm gonna just give you a rundown. I didn't like, what do you call it, like prepare anything. I'm just gonna speak based off my memory, so bear with me in this video because I don't have any like strategy on how I'm gonna do it. But it is Sunday today. It is now 3:10 and it's the 14th of July, so this will go up on Monday evening, hopefully, if I get time to edit the video. But yes, so welcome to my channel and this video. I've been very excited to film this video because it's just a nice, I don't know, like reflection also for myself over the past 5.5 years of living in the Netherlands. So yeah, let's get started and start with when I originally moved, and that was the 26th of December 2018. I flew out of South Africa in Durban, and then I arrived in Amsterdam on the 27th of December 2018, and that's where it all started. And yeah, so we'll just, I guess, start there. I just want to make myself comfortable on the bed. But yeah, basically just a quick backstory of how it started. I did my what do you call it, I studied chartered accountancy in South Africa, and then I went and did my articles, which is like an internship for accountancy / audit at Deloitte in Johannesburg, and then I got an internal transfer to Deloitte in Amsterdam. So that's where the whole journey started. I basically came here, I arrived in Amsterdam, and I remember the moment that I arrived, I was just by myself, just me. Like a lot of my friends also came, but they were with partners, they were already married, which definitely makes it easier because you have that person with you. So my journey was also just me, myself, and I, you know, doing everything by myself. You know, saved up all the money I could in my internship, in my articles, and basically just came with a 30-kilogram bag, and the rest I basically just bought here, and I grew my my life, I guess, if you can say it, here. So I was 25 years old the year that I moved to Amsterdam, or I turned 25 in 2019, I think. But I was basically 25 years old around the time when I moved, and I decided to obviously go to Amsterdam, and I'm very, very happy about that decision. What I wanted to say is, originally when I arrived, I had literally for like, I think it was like 5 minutes. I remember when I got to my Airbnb, where I was like a little bit like, oh, like how am I gonna do it? I felt so lonely. I felt so like that this is just far out of my reach. But like I said, it was for 5 minutes, and then after that I was like, you know what, this is what I've always wanted to. I wanted to, like, you know, just do something bigger than just, I mean, this is just my journey. So for someone else staying in South Africa, like perfectly fine, but for me it was always like moving abroad and just, you know, pushing myself a little bit out of my comfort zone. So yeah, after that 5 minutes, I never ever had a moment where I regretted moving to the Netherlands, and still up until this day, very, very happy about that decision. But yeah, the transitioning, once I arrived, like there was a lot to consider. Like I didn't have a place to stay. I came over and I stayed in an Airbnb, I think for like a week, close to two weeks, between a week and a half and 2 weeks. And then I found my place actually in De Pijp in Amsterdam, which basically you just have to come this side, have like a place to stay for like 2 to 3 weeks, and generally people find a place within that time period. But I just went on to Funda Pararius and I found a place, just a studio. I think I paid like De Pijp is quite an expensive area to live in, but I think I paid back then, which is now 5 years ago, around 1,400 euros, excluding everything else, like gas, electricity, water, and your Wi-Fi, just to give you like, I don't know, a bit more detail than just saying I lived there. So that I loved living in that apartment or studio. It was for 2 years, and I really started, you know, making the Pape. If you know the Pape, it's like in the heart of Amsterdam, my home. It's still very dear to me, and I stayed in that area for around, yeah, I think like 3.5 years, which was honestly incredible. It's just, especially when you're single and by yourself, or even with your partner or with someone you know, but it was just nice. Like once I walk out of my apartment doors, like it was just, you know, people walking around. It was not too busy, but busy enough for you to not feel that lonely, and things are quite close by, so you know, yeah, you can just like walk everywhere, and if you have to cycle, it's very quick. You're close to the city center. But yeah, that's basically where I spent 2 years when I just arrived in Amsterdam. And then yeah, I joined Deloitte at the yeah, like I said, a transfer, and I was there for 2 years. And I'm not gonna like necessarily speak about my work experience and all of that. This is just me purely living in the Netherlands and my experience on that, and I'm just waffling and speaking on everything that comes into my mind, so I might also not like address everything. It's just what I can think of in this moment. But anyway, so yeah, my challenges like moving, I would say it was more like financially, like getting used to the fact that, you know, like I need to build up my life. So I also remember back then, like it took me like 6 months just to have my studio like set up in a way that, you know, it felt homey. I had everything around me. It was semi-furnished, meaning it had a washing machine in it, and like some furniture, like the bed, or not some, all the furniture, but I had to like get all the things for my kitchen, like all the things to fill it and make it yourself, like make it your apartment or studio. I'm just gonna refer to it as apartment, but it was a studio. That I had to buy all myself, and it, you know, cost money. And I remember at the beginning my apartment felt so empty, but that was also the fun part, like, you know, is putting your first touch to everything. And that was also my first time living by myself, which was also just nice, you know, like you can just do whatever you want to do, you make the decisions, you decide where what comes. But yeah, that was definitely a part or period where I had to get used to, you know, you use your money for your lifestyle, like meaning like food, you know, seeing friends, going out, but then also putting in some money to like I don't know, like start your life, I guess. As I said, I only went with a 30-kilogram bag, so I did not have much clothes. A lot of it was books and like big winter things that was more like valuable items. The rest, yeah, I had to like build up my life. And then yeah, like with friends, like I was very lucky in the sense that I came with, like we didn't plan it, it just happened that way. Like 2 of my good friends that I studied with at university, we sat together in the like road together studying. We all came to the Netherlands. One of the couples lived in Amsterdam and one in Utrecht, so yeah, we would see each other. I at least had people here. I even like flew out of South Africa to Amsterdam with one of the couples. So yeah, I always had people, so I didn't immediately felt the need or the pressure like I need to go meet some people, because I did have a little bit of a blanket of a comfort zone, I guess, with some people that I studied with, even though like we truly became friends when we moved here because we went through it all together. So with friends, I did not necessarily have those struggles. Like later on, I definitely felt like, oh, I want to meet other people outside of my I guess South African group that I came over with. And I did make some friends at like my work, definitely, and I meet other people through my work, like also other friends that's still my friends currently. And then I also met my best friend Sophia on Instagram through actually my YouTube videos. Like I'm always grateful that I've started YouTube because that's how we met. And like Renee, my other best friend, we just met through like another friend. So yeah, with friends I've been quite lucky that like there's quite a very big South African community here. But I don't just have South African friends, I have Dutch friends, and I have, yeah, a friend from Canada. So yeah, that's basically on the friend topic, because I know that's a big question usually. And what was my struggles in the first year? Yeah, like the one thing I can also speak, like my adjustment with family. Like of course, like that's a decision I made back then when I signed and, you know, made the decision to come, that I will see my family less. And just to give you a little bit of background, my family used to live in Germany for 3 years, so I was already used to seeing my family less than the usual South African person. I studied and did all of that with my family being, you know, abroad, and then they came back, and then I eventually came this side. But my family were just always so supportive of, like, you know, spread your wings and go do your thing. So I think it can be difficult if your family also doesn't understand that and supports that. Then it's like very, like, some of my friends' parents are like that. They don't even come and visit. And they always have something to say, and that makes it very difficult and tough on you. Whereas I'm very, very thankful for that I yeah, get to go and visit there, but also my parents would come and visit this side. Yeah, also that like fits into their schedule and their timeline and everything. And also like finances is also obviously a thing, because it's a lot to come and visit the year, or in South Africa those flight tickets, it's very expensive. But anyways, yeah, but that doesn't take away that I have my times that I cry and I'm upset and I miss my family, and I think of like, oh, I'll only see them this amount of time, and yeah, I can, you know, get very upset about it. At least every month there's a period that I think about it dearly, and I'm like, oh, I miss my family and I miss just being around them in South Africa. But I think I just keep on reminding myself that, you know, apart from that, I absolutely love my life here, and I feel so free and safe, and I just feel I have so much opportunities, and I love the people around me, and I've just adapted and changed so much that this feels like home now. But yeah, it is tough with family, but I do try to, you know, speak with them often, a video call, you know, just a quick text. Like, we keep our communication like very good, so that definitely also helps. But yeah, apart from that, let's think. The first year, yeah, I guess it's just getting used to managing your finances. I've said that already. I've started traveling a lot, which is a very big plus living in Europe, because you can just go to Spain, to Greece, to Croatia, to, I don't know, to Ireland. Not that I've been there, but you can go to Ireland, to the UK. There I've been just so many places. Like I went to, on my first trip, I think with my friend group, to Italy, which was just amazing. I think I also I definitely documented it on the beginning videos of my YouTube channel. And yeah, there's just so many places I got to see because of living in the Netherlands, which I will be forever grateful for. And I also know that comes with that you need to have the means for it, meaning like you have to have finances to support that. So I understand fully that it's not just move to the Netherlands or to Europe and you can travel. Like, I've been very thankful that I could do that. So I know that's not for everyone necessarily the case. And then yeah, so that's a very big plus, and a very, very, you know, like, been such a big thing in my life, the fact that I can travel around and do things. And also like living here, of course it's the money, but also getting to places are cheaper. Like if you have to fly from South Africa to come to Europe, and with the rand in comparison to euros, like it kind of makes it impossible, or like that you can do it maybe once every 3 years. So that just helps a lot. And then yeah, my first year my mom and dad came and visited once, and my mom and my sister visited in the December for like a month. So, you know, like I do see my family here and there in between. And then because of COVID obviously happening, I could not go to South Africa I think for 2 years, but my plan is to go there every second year, and then I have family coming here in the year in between. But yes, just in general, like the lifestyle and living here has been like, I feel it's such a privilege. Like if you come from a third world country, or yeah, anything less than I guess the Netherlands, like when you get here you just appreciate everything. I appreciate the fact that I can walk out of this door and I don't have to look over my shoulder. Like I can cycle wherever I want. Like that's the one thing of the Netherlands, obviously specifically to the Netherlands, that I can just cycle wherever I want to go. Like it's such, like the country is built for cyclists, so there's everywhere like a safe like lane for you to cycle in. Like that's been such a like a nice experience. It just feels like your little car that you get onto with your things in your basket, and then you know go off. But also just walking, like the amount of like times, like most of the times in the mornings I'll go for my walk. I'll walk to the supermarket, to the gym, to I don't know, to friends, to the city center. I just walk in. Like it's small things things that I never used to have. And in South Africa it's very specific, like where you live, yeah, that you can do those type of things. So yeah, walking, cycling everywhere, the fact that I can walk out of my home and feel safe, the fact that I can enter my home feeling safe, this fact that I can live in my house feeling extremely safe. And then yeah, like there was definitely adjustment towards like the Dutch people. Everyone says like how direct they can be. I've definitely became a bit more direct myself because of that. But I also still struggle till this day, 5.5 years later, with the directness, especially like on emails or just in person. Like I will be like, what, you really said that to your friend or to your mom or whatever. Like that's still, I think that will just be something that's like in your core, because I grew up, you know, with a specific culture and like certain things you just don't say, and that I'll always, it will just hit like a little bit like, ooh, like you say that, you discuss that with people. But I've also changed because of that I feel a little bit more like, oh, I can address this with my friend, I can speak about these things, I don't have to like keep it all in or like, you know, speak behind closed doors. And I'm not saying all South Africans are like that at all, like I'm just saying that's my experience and where I came from or come from. And then but yeah, like that was definitely adjustment. But if you are open to it, like even like moving here to Utrecht, which I will get into a moment, like it's just families around, and we have 2 families living next door to us, which we like gotten to know a little bit better now. Like I just feel comfortable, like, you know, having a chat with them or saying hello. But even with them I was like a little bit closed off, and like the moment I opened myself up to them, I'm just like, oh, that's such nice people. Like they just, the dads and moms plays with the kids in the streets, and they just these, I don't know, I guess it's also the lifestyle, the life-work balance that lends to it, that they can do that. But yet again, I'm not saying it's not like that in South Africa, I'm just saying it's my experience. So yeah, once you open yourself up to them, however you say it, then yeah, it's just nice. It's nice people, they're lovely people, they're direct. Some of them have very dry humor, which I love. And I've obviously gotten to know a lot of Dutch people through my boyfriend as well, which I'll get to in a minute. But yes, I after 2 years in the first apartment that I lived in, I moved in with a friend for a year. I'm not made to live with someone except if it's my sister. I lived with her for 2 years and it was perfectly fine. I think I just love my own space. I love the fact that I can walk in and I can just decide what I want to do. I don't have the pressure of someone, you know, like a group of friends sitting on the couch and you need to now walk in and like be sociable if you came from work, you know, very difficult day at work. And yeah, like I mean, parts of it was very lovely and you know, nice memories. I mean, it's always nice also to be with your friends, but I'm just made to live alone, and I was at that point also, I think, like 29 years old, so, or 29. And if you live by yourself and then wanting to live with people, it feels a little bit like you're going backwards with maybe things that suit you better. So I lived with a friend for a year, and then after that I decided like I want to, you know, have my own place. And then I actually got an unfurnished apartment, bought all my furniture, I saved up for that, and then, like, you know, equipped my whole apartment. It was a proper 1-bedroom apartment, and that was in a Rivierenbuurt. It's just below the Pipe. It's a little bit quieter, but also a lovely place to live in Amsterdam. And I lived there for, I think it was a year and a half, more or less. And I honestly love that place. I think that place and my first studio are just dear to me because I have very good experiences in them, in the sense like what happened in my life alongside of that. Like the first studio was just pure, like, you know, it's your first time moving to a new country, everything is new, like so much things happening, meeting people for the first time. And then my last apartment, I just found myself a little bit, a lot of, you know, shitty things also happened to me there. that I explained. I went for the operation and I had to like deal with things with that, and I fell into a depression. But I also during that time met the love of my life, my boyfriend. So yeah, those are the 3 places that I lived in before moving in with my boyfriend into this place. So yeah, I've moved 4 times already, so I feel qualified and experienced in moving places in the Netherlands and finding places. But yeah, so in Rivierenbuurt I lived for 1.5 years, and yeah, it was just lovely. It's just nice living by yourself. And yeah, and then beginning of this year, it's now been 6 months that I live with my boyfriend, and this place is, yeah, it's a proper house. It's in Utrecht, so I moved from Amsterdam to Utrecht. It's like a 30-minute drive, and yeah, if you're at Central Station, it's a 20-minute train to Amsterdam. You obviously maybe need to take other transportation in between to get to your final destination. But yeah, it's been lovely. It's a little bit like more adulty, I guess, like having a house and a little bit more like of a family neighborhood, but still close enough to the city center to walk into. And yeah, honestly, I've been loving my life the past 6 months, just growing further. You know, I've said it in previous videos, like getting off of my hump of like depression and anxiety. Like those things are still active in my life, don't get me wrong, but I just can feel the growth, and I've found tools, you know, to cope with those things. But yeah, now I live with my boyfriend, and also meeting my boyfriend came with a lot of like extra family that I have now, that we also spend time with, and then also his friends. Like I've gained a lot of friends through his friends. Like he has quite a big group of friends, and then their girlfriends, which are honestly like the nicest people ever. Like just no judgment, having fun, and yeah, just super nice people. And that makes me also think about the one, like just like there's a part of my life that I cannot share yet. I'll definitely share it as soon as I can, and I would love to share that, because it's something I was not expecting to go through, but second of all did not even think that those things are possible. But one thing I can say is that I've learned from my boyfriend, and especially being around Dutch people, is that it's okay to go back in your, like backtrack in your career. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, you know, follow whatever you want, even though it's like not seeing people for 3 months, even though it is, I don't know, making decision that's good for you. Like I don't know, I've just never felt so supported by people, in the sense, like I don't know how to explain it. Like I just always felt like I need to be a certain way, I need to make certain decisions for people around me to accept me or to love me. And it's been truly like so freeing being around people, in a group of people that, yeah, like the Dutch people's parents don't force them to be a certain something and be a certain way. And not that I'm saying my parents did that, so I don't want to get into that, but it's just, I don't know how to explain it without, yeah, I don't know even if I want to put this part in the video, or should I just phrase it differently or better. Like I hope there's people that understand where I come from. Like I just think the culture I grew up in, and also given like it's a third world country, so you want your kids to be the best and get to the best position to take, so that they are able to take care of themselves. So I get it that the Dutch people's mindsets are a bit different, but it just allowed me, like I come from where I come from, and I'm so happy for those mentalities that I have. But I'm also very happy that I get to experience and to learn from other people that it's okay to not always needing to be the best, and to make decisions to go study for this little thing. I don't know, they just open to so much decisions themselves as kids and as teenagers and as young adults, which is just so nice. So I definitely gotten to experience that. And I see I'm on 24 minutes, so I definitely don't want to take this over 30 minutes. Just trying to think what else I want to share. I think this is maybe like the crux, the main things. I just wanted to come across and just share like where I've been, where I moved to. I did obviously change jobs. Sorry, this is one thing. I changed jobs in November of 2022. I won't name the company now, but I don't know if I'll ever name it, but it's at an investment company, and I've been there now for 3 why is it 2020, sorry, I said 2022. I was like, I've not been there only 2 years. From 2020, so it's been, at the end of this year it will be 4 years, which is just crazy. Yeah, I'll be 6 years in the Netherlands. Honestly, time just goes by so quickly. So I've been 2 years at Deloitte, and then currently almost 4 years at my new company. And I can make a separate video about like careers and job opportunities in the Netherlands in another video, but that has been my job experience. People around me, I have found jobs quite like within a period of like 3 months to change jobs within the Netherlands. So the job opportunities here, especially for accountants, are quite, you know, good, especially once you are here already. And then what else? So one thing that I'm very excited to share is that my Dutch passport has been approved. So it's just in the process to be like finalized, and then I have a ceremony that I will be invited to probably towards the end of the year. And yeah, towards the end of the year I will be a Dutch citizen, which is crazy. You only need to live here for 5 years. I will definitely make a future video about all the things I had to go through, all the requirements, all the tips, all the whatever, to explain the process. But yeah, you can't have dual citizenship, so I will be giving up my South African passport. And it just makes sense. I, you know, will marry a Dutch guy. I will bring up my children here in the Netherlands, and if I want to go home to South Africa, I can go there. Like, it's no, you know, problem at all. I think I can be there for 3 months, and then yeah, I don't even know, but I will be able to go there for as long as I want to. I usually don't go longer than a month, but anyway, so that's a very exciting thing, which I'm very, very thankful for. That's happening just for traveling. Like, if I go to the UK to visit my sister, I need to have a visa every time. So currently I don't have a visa, and hers just expired, so we can't see each other for 6 months, except if I go for a visa again. But it's so expensive. It's 400 euros. It is 400, I think it's 8,000 rand, is it? 400, yeah, I think it's 8,000 rand for a visa. That's incredibly expensive. If you, I think that's the math. 400 euros is more or less 8,000 rand. So if I have my Dutch passport, I can just, you know, go through passport control and be fine. I don't need a visa, and I don't have to stand in the queue, so I can use this, go through this electronic like thing that scan your face and everything, which I've always wanted to do, but I've always had to stand in the queue for like certain visa types, passport types. But anyway, so I'll definitely make a video on that. I think people will find it interesting, and also for people that maybe, you know, need to go through that process. And then yeah, like, I'm not going to get in specific with like cost and, you know, living in the Netherlands. Like, I just wanted to, if there's someone that has a specific question, please ask it below. I'll put it in there. I will respond in there, or if I see there's, you know, something specifically that someone brings up, I can maybe make a future video of it. This was like the part of my videos that I said I wanted to make a little sit down and speak. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Like, I can honestly not believe that I'm sitting on the other side of the world. It almost just feels like one place. It's weird. It's weird how just another place can become your home, or just feel like it's where you've always been. But yeah, if there's anyone out there that is, you know, just considering, you know, moving abroad or moving to another place, even if it's in the same city, in the same country, like, take that chance. Like, I've also been speaking, I'm not going to speak, like, name the person, but with someone that wanting to change just the job, and I was like, you'll never know if you don't try. Like, if it's possible and you will be able to like come, like, in the sense like get another job easily again, then make that choice to just, you know, go to another job. Or if you are considering moving abroad, if you're able to, like, after a year move back to your own country again, like, just make the decision to go. Like, technically you have nothing to lose. Like, yes, you might regret like that you know, wasted so much money to go, but at least you will not sit around. My video just stopped in the middle there. But yeah, sorry, I was in the thing just like motivating people that just are on that line of like, should I do it, should I not? Like, with anything in life, it's not just moving abroad. Like, just do it. Like, yeah, the biggest thing that you can have is regret. But I'd rather sit with regret and be like, okay, it didn't work out the way I did. Like, yes, there can be financial consequences, you can be 2 years behind in your career, but at the end, like, as long as you're not rock bottom, then yeah, just take it on the chin and rather be like, yeah, I've learned from it. It will make you so much stronger. You learn from it for future situations. Like, that's what life is about, is learning so that for the future you can make better decisions, and you don't sit around like wondering, like, what if this, what if that, and see other people making the decisions and you're like, oh, I wish I could have done that. Because you can, if you have opportunities, and be open to them. But yes, I will finish it there then. I will see you then, yeah, in 2 weeks in a new video. I'm not sure what that will be, probably like just a normal vlog. But yes, thank you for watching my video, and if you have any questions, pop them down below. And yeah, if you want to subscribe to my channel, and then yeah, I'll see you next week in a new video, or 2 weeks in a new video. Bye bye.